Let's see what's on TV.
Led two of her daughters down the aisle wearing black.
It's very pretty.
Meghan Markle wedding dress designed.
Enjoy this lovely music.
Wow, the royal wedding is so royal and fancy. Just look at them there. Let's see what else is on the news. Man, these damn Palestinians just stirring up chaos and causing trouble. Don't they know there's like a royal wedding halfway across the world? Okay, like what are these Palestinians even protesting?
Can you explain why Palestinians are so outraged by the embassy move?
People, what's the problem with opening a US embassy in Jerusalem? Jerusalem is one of the only cities in the world that no one really owns. It was declared to be a city belonging to the international community and governed by the United Nations. And it is at the heart of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. And even though Jerusalem is not owned by anyone, it has been illegally occupied by Israel for like 50 years now. Yo, that guy looks familiar. Where have I seen him before? Guess we'll never know.
So Palestinians who are gathering in order to protest their dispossession and removal and they're demanding their right to return as refugees, this was the lethal use of force against nonviolent protesters who did not pose a threat to Israel. Number three, this isn't just about the embassy move. Palestinians have been protesting for 70 years, demanding their right to return and their right to freedom.
This has been an issue for 70 years? Holy!
You do not believe then that Hamas is inciting these protesters?
It has been made very clear that this is a gathering of Palestinian civil society who have organized themselves without any direction from Hamas and, in fact, in contravention to them. Hamas is not just Israel's nightmare. Palestinians don't want them either, but that is actually a scarecrow in this situation. When we continuously look at Hamas as the source of the issues, what we're doing is we are dehumanizing Palestinians who have been protesting for 70 years. Hamas wasn't created until 1987. Why were Palestinians protesting before then?
Why?
Palestinians are being removed in Jerusalem, in Sheikh Jarrah, in Hizmah, within Israel, in al-Hiran. There is no Hamas there. This is a scarecrow, and we should engage in more responsible discussion about why Palestinians are protesting, how their human rights are being violated, and how Israel needs to be held to account.
So obviously this goes back, as you said, 70 years. What is the significance of today's move of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem?
Israel declared its independence on May 14th, 1948. Palestinians consider May 15th, the day that their forced exile and removal was consecrated, as their catastrophe or their Nakba.
So why don't these Palestinians just agree to a two-state solution and get it over with?
Does Palestinian leadership need to acknowledge the right for Israel to exist in order to achieve peace? Do you think peace will come through a two-state solution?
Do you know, I think your viewers should know, that Palestinians, the Palestinian National Council, recognized Israel's right to exist in 1988 and declared that Palestine will have an independent state in the West Bank and Gaza since 1988. They agreed to this again in 1993. This is an old situation. The only entity that does not want Israel's state within the 1967 borders is Israel itself, because it wants the entirety of the land. Netanyahu has said numerous times there will never be a Palestinian state. When he says that, he's basically saying there's no two-state solution. It's really odd then that we go back and put the blame on Palestine for what Israel has torpedoed as the best way to ensure its exclusive sovereignty.
Okay, so this is obviously Hamas's fault. They refused to negotiate, they refused any agreements.
And then about Hamas.
Yo, it's like she's reading my mind.
It also merits mention that Hamas has recognized that it would enter into negotiations with Israel in a unity government, and that it also endorses a two-state solution. So unless we want to blatantly disregard the empirical evidence on file, we cannot pursue this line of reasoning.
Okay, I did not know that one either. Maybe I don't have all the answers. So I guess Palestinians need to start negotiating?
But who would you say is the leadership that should negotiate this? I mean, Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas has now said...
Negotiate what? Negotiate what? The Palestinians have been negotiating for 25 years. And in every series of negotiations, what has been offered to them, if you study the text, what has been offered to them is a series of autonomous regions where they don't exercise sovereignty. They are being given the choice of how to decorate their prison cells.
Okay, but it's not like Israeli soldiers enjoy shooting young men and kids.
He was shot at a protest in December. The incident captured by Israeli soldiers in a video that went viral.
What the hell is happening here? Okay, so big deal. They shot some protesters, but it's not like these snipers are targeting members of the press or medics or doctors.
Can you describe what happened to you on Monday?
We were away from the protest area. It was a very controlled scene. We knew where we were. We could see the sniper posts. For sure, they could see us. That's when, unfortunately, I heard a loud bang, found myself on the ground, and realized I'd been shot. Everybody else I've talked to was like me. We were away during a lull without smoke, without any chaos at all, and we were targeted, and we were rather hit by live ammunition, most of us in the lower limbs. So it's very, very hard to believe that the Israelis who shot me and the Israelis who shot my other colleagues, just from our medical crew, 4 of us were shot, including Musa Abu Hassanin, who passed away. It's very hard to believe that they didn't know who we were.
Holy moly, what the hell is going on here? What would push someone to go stand face to face in front of an army of snipers with the risk of getting shot? Why do they do this? I don't get it. Are they just crazy? Is it their culture? Is it their religion? Like,
the Palestinians, they have nothing to lose. We took our land, we took everything. We live in the hell in Gaza.
So that's why they go so close. They don't...
These young people, they don't have problem if they got injured, even if he got die.
Why?
They have nothing to lose. There is no life in Gaza at all.
Whoa. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go back and watch the royal wedding, okay? I'm just gonna... yeah, that's better.